The Clarks. I'm Cheryl Clarke, and by my side, as always, is the wonderful Gregory Clarke. So let him put his phone there, and we are going live. We are live, 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 live. And you want to put it over here? Get that groove on here. Greet the people, Clarky.
Hello, great people. How are you? My name is Gregory Clarke. But if you wish to follow me, you can follow me at Greg Clarke Money Mindset. And also you should be following us here on Instagram at Greg and Cheryl Clarke. You can hit us up, follow us on our YouTube channel. Same thing, Greg and Cheryl Clarke. So, follow, follow, follow. Share, share, share. If you care, care, care.
All right, so we keeping it real with the Clarks. Thank you so much for joining us inside of Clubhouse. We on Instagram. We're live. Share, 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 like my husband said. And let's go forth on today. So today, when you're viewing this recording, we are deep into the gift season, meaning the Advent season. My husband said Hanukkah's over, but they gave a lot of gifts during that time. It was just a gift season. Kwanzaa's here, Christmas is here, whatever, Three Kings is going to be coming. So, all of these holidays are upon us. In our household, we celebrate Christmas, right? And, gift giving is just not done on, Christmas in our house. We do birthdays, we celebrate, but gift giving has been quite interesting in our house, I must say, right?
Why would you say interesting? Because the kids are getting older? We no longer have babies?
No, I'm talking about between partners. When you give a gift to your partner. So, like when you give a gift to your partner and you don't like the gift.
Ooh.
So clearly that has happened. So what we have learned over the years is that when we do not like a gift, and we just go ahead and say, oh, okay. And do that smile, that big smile, like, oh, thank you.
Oh, that's so nice. It's like Father's Day.
Oh,
when you get another tie, another ugly tie.
Beautiful.
Or you get that something on your birthday and you just look at it and like, oh, you
so
just
beautiful.
thought of me. And you sit there and you just get the pleasantries and the platitudes and you sit there like,
And then you're just like, okay. And then year after year, it continues to happen. Year after year, you get that same gift and you get upset in the same area, you get upset. Some people have a school of thought that the thought that counts. I get that too. I get that. I get that. I get that the thought counts. However, as I learned,
she wants to lean in.
I'm leaning because of this one. I wasn't in the shot, so that's why I was moving.
You want to pull it up?
No, you have to pull it out, right? So you can get all of us. Okay, good. So when I was thinking about this, the years of us being married, because we've been together for over 30 years now, we could say. And when you look at an opportunity that we have given each other so many gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And
good gifts and not so good
and
gifts.
not so good gifts.
Not so good gifts. On both parties. I know I've jacked up some Christmases. I mean, one time she had a shiny suit Christmas, and I thought I was just bigging it up. I was just big baller shot caller.
And let me tell you, I was roly poly back then.
And I went to the store, and there was a particular store. I don't know if she wants me to say the name of the store.
Okay.
That was back in the days. The Ashleys and the Lanes, and everything was just shiny.
And in the 90s, I don't know why everything was shiny.
And
everything
and stuff.
Was shiny in the 90s.
Even trying to get the bras to make sure they held her girls up.
Gotta go.
So
gotta go there.
When I used to, I remember that one.
I enjoyed the bras though. I did. You know what? He could pick out good bras. But the thing is, those shiny shirts, Those shiny shirts that he was buying did not work.
Know what it is? I thought she was gonna be in the next Puff Daddy video. That's what it was. So I thought she was gonna be, she's gonna be Kelly Price. But anyway, and just. But no, that gift didn't go off well. Even though it was a bunch of stuff, I like cleared out the store. I just went there and saying I'm gonna get my wife a wardrobe and this, that, and the third, and it just fell flat. Now, as she said, she kept the bras and the panties, but everything else had to go back to the store.
And I was upset. And I remember we had an argument that we had arguments a few Christmases, and he got it. And now what we do now is we don't pretend anymore. When you pretend, your voice is being taken. That's with everything and anything. So, and you reinforce with them your likes and your dislikes. So but it's a way you can communicate that it will not hurt the person, because essentially they're buying your gift to make you happy.
Very true.
That's the essential part of it. When someone is purchasing something for you, they're purchasing something to make you happy. They want to make you happy. And I know that was my husband's MO. And back in the day, I did not know how to communicate that to him without yelling and screaming and getting upset about him not doing or being or knowing me. That was the thing. Knowing me. You don't know me.
The expectation.
You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know my life. And he had to learn how to know me. And then I remember one year. How were my gifts?
There were some duds.
What were some duds?
There were some duds.
I don't know. I think I'm a really pretty good gift giver.
Okay.
So what was the duds?
So
you gotta think hard.
That's what I said. Some duds. You for more or less, you've been pretty good, but there have been some duds. And you sit there and you go through the process saying, well, she thought about me. At least she thought about me. It may have sat in the back of a closet or.
I remember one. It was like a tight shirt, and you were like, "No, I'm not wearing that." And I was like, "It's gonna look nice on you." You were just like, "I'm not wearing that." And I remember having to take it back to the store. It's interesting now that you look at it. When you consider the other person, consider getting to know them. And because we've known each other for so long, you need to get the world who they are now.
Very true.
Who they are now in their 40s, they are different than you are in your 20s, in your 30s. I do not want something that I was in my 20s. I have a different taste, different caliber, and getting to know who they are. So like today, I know it's Christmas time, so we buy things for each other, and I know that my husband is a true sneakerhead. If anybody knows Gregory Clarke Sr., he is a sneakerhead. If you don't know what a sneakerhead is, tell him what a sneakerhead is.
I'm someone who has a fascination and a collection of varied items in their disposal of footwear.
He has every. I don't know.
I don't have every. No, don't do that. Okay. I don't have every.
Well, anyway, he's a sneakerhead. So
I have a lot of sneakers.
So I say, okay, now I know.
I love shoes too. I have a nice amount of.
But I know shoes. That you love sneakers. So I can't go wrong with a sneaker. That's true. I can't go wrong with a sneaker.
Well, but there could be a sneaker dud, but that's beside the point.
But I always get clarity from somebody.
Yeah, you.
I don't pretend to know.
She tries to reach out to some of the experts in the fam.
Yeah. So what I don't do, let me tell you what I don't buy him without
consultation.
I don't buy any electronic thing.
Oh no!
Without
don't do that.
Without consultation. I do not buy any sneakers without consultation. Mm-hmm. So why are we going here? So today, there was a particular sneaker that was like $1,000,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you may say that's
Excessive.
excessive. So, but it was a one of a kind Space Jam sneaker, whatever. And I was considering it because I save up for Christmas, and I have a little fun for Christmas. So I want, when we look at that money wise as well, I always make sure that whatever I'm going to get, if I want to get something, it's within reason what I'm going to do. And I know what I was going to have for my
She
husband.
stacked her chips. In
Yes,
other words,
exactly. Stacking your chips and doing what you need to do, making sure we do our spiritual stuff and all that other stuff.
Because
But
you should never overspend. That's one thing that we've done. Even when the children were younger, we made sure we did our business never to overspend. You don't want
oh
to go
yeah,
into the new year based upon
tell them how we would
attempting.
shop for the children.
Oh no, Christmas was done maybe
October.
by Black Friday.
We would
By
spend
Black
by October.
by no. But I'm saying the majority you would say like Black Friday, we would be picking like some, like especially when they were younger and we got video games or a console or stuff like that just to get that great deal. But if it was like other things that we were being in prepared mode, not so much layaway. No, we would actually buy the stuff, hide them in our closet, put it on the bed, hide it in the closet, stuff like that. And by the time, or do your research, what may be the hottest thing, or the kids may be looking at, and all of a sudden before it starts selling out, and all of a sudden you one of those, going through that jingle all the way syndrome. We've already had it, and it's been put up in the closet, and then the children have a great Christmas. But now that we have gotten older, and our children have gotten older, which with the passages of time, you start to respect the fact of, especially like between me and my wife, when she's actually sharing the story about these pair of sneakers, because at first she was attempting to get to speak to our son, who coming up in the footsteps of having his own collection as well, and he knows what's hot and stuff like that. So she was attempting to reach out to him, and that was going to be her go-to. But universe has a funny way of allowing things to connect or sometimes not to connect. And so all of a sudden, I did our aqua zumba thing because she was doing some other errands and stuff. As we said, that we
give
took
a lot of information.
no, we give all that. But she, as I'm getting out the pool, and I responded to one of the people who work with us, she knew, oh, he's out the pool, because she knows if I'm in the pool or we're both in the pool, we're not touching our phones. So there was a request made. We still got to do business. So she sends me a picture I'm being told to rush under the low. She sends me a picture, and she says, oh, and then she sends me two pictures. It's like, oh, these are two nice, pairs of Jordans. So what are they? And then one was a Space Jam 7 and one was a Space Jam 8. But the Space Jam 8, I think the guy was trying, he thought the antennas were up, that he was going to catch one today. So she shared with me the prices, and I said, they both look nice, but I'm not really feeling it for you to get them.
Okay, great. So that is what happened to that? What happened with that?
What happened? What? I'll let you finish.
I got the consultation was
not to get it.
Not to get it. Mm-hmm. So the end all be all is that.
Since I'm digressing.
Well, you gave me to do it back to me. Mm-hmm. So the thing is that when you have buy someone a gift, you want to make sure. And the end result was we was able to get something that he really wanted. So let's go to this real topic of what it is. How to tell your partner you don't like their gift. And in a way that suggests that you can keep your relationship intact, right? So in looking at how a relationship can really flounder, is that when you don't have the greatest communication skills with each other. And appreciation is the biggest thing that we talk in our book. Is the appreciation. And JR, we're recording, so if you come over this side, you're gonna be on film. Record the appreciation is one of the A's. So why appreciation is so important is because the thoughtfulness and the effort that they put into the gift. So this is our book. It's on the website. What the heck? And the thoughtfulness, so appreciating the person for even giving you the gift. Say thank you. The first thing you want to do is say thank you. We do not say thank you enough.
True indeed.
So the first thing is say thank you.
I mean, giving gratitude.
I give gratitude,
Giving
appreciation for that. Say thank you for the gift, and then learn how to begin to say.
To say.
I thank you for the gift. I I I I appreciate the thought. And then I would say I would prefer if we would have had possibly
well, give them the experience you had last year with me. That was that was a decent experience. What I had purchased Cheryl. I went to a particular department store and picked her up some high-end boots because my wife has some sexy legs and she has to wear a certain type of boot. And so I got her the boots, and lo and behold, no, I got her a pair of boots and a pair of shoes. Now, the shoes she loved. It was shoes she loved. All of a sudden, the boots she tried them on. I was like, She gave me that look. And all of a sudden, I was like, these are okay. No, they're nice. I mean, great brand, top notch, wearable.
And I said to you, I'm not saying this to hurt you. I love you. You want to validate that.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to know that your thought is important and to understand that can we get something else?
Well, what she did was, which was still wisdom, what we ended up doing is that the value of those great shoes, we returned them to the store. She was able to get a gift card. So instead of putting it back on whatever card I used, she still had the value. And over the course of the year, which was interesting. And see, this is another caveat about recognizing even how to interact if the gift may not have landed well. By her getting that gift card from still that particular high-end department store, she got the opportunity to not wait or to delay gratification, but she was patient. She waited till wait a minute, and then one day we went to the same store, and all of a sudden
it was like a year later because I didn't get to December.
Well, okay.
Yeah, because we just got in the store,
and all of a sudden she saw something. Says, "No, I'm getting this," and even she had to put a little extra sauce on it. But she said, "No, this is something that I know I'm going to use," and this, and that, and it was great to see because she didn't have to go in there and start saying, "Oh, this is going to cost X amount of dollars." She's like, "Wait a minute, I still got that credit. That credit has been sitting in my wallet, neatly waiting for this moment." So it went from a gift that was like, to now it's like, "Hey, Happy New Year." So
you definitely don't want to criticize your spouse. You definitely don't want to criticize them. You always want to validate them because, your language of love and give appreciation, that is one of the A's. If you don't acknowledge and appreciate, like my husband went to a store right now and he waited for me. I said, "Thank you for waiting for me. We're running a little late. Thank you for waiting for me." The point is that yes, he waited, but thank him for waiting, and don't thank them for with a like
begrudgingly.
Yes, begrudgingly. So when you are doing that, you want to make sure that every part of you is now appreciating one another. All right. So if there's any questions in the gallery, and thank you so much, Irene. You're such Irene and Sharonda. Irene, for coming on each time. If you have a question, you can raise your hand now. You come on up. This is giving time, giving season. And guess what? There's a lot of times that you're not going to like your partner's gift. And what you should do also, if we talk about money, if we have to go down the money wise with the gift, I think that when you are considering, depending on how long you've been in the relationship with someone, because someone asks me, I would have never, I think in the very beginning, no, I don't know. because I've always been very good with like putting something aside if I wanted to get that. So I remember for your birthday, I know you was always sneakerhead. And your first pair of Jordans, I saved up one of my checks for me. My first
The
pair of
first
Jordans
pair that you
I
got
bought
me,
me,
that you bought me.
that I bought you. I think those were
That
over
was
$100
that
back in the
was
90s.
that was 1990. That's when Jordans was still $100. That was a big deal. Buying a pair, spending $100 on a pair of sneakers.
That was a big
She
deal for that for
she
my
bought me
boyfriend.
she bought me original.
What they
This
are?
is back 19. Oh, I wish I still had them. She bought me original
They were
fives.
gray, right?
No, black with the reflective
That's
tone.
right.
The original fives. We're not talking retro. We're
And
not
you
talking
know what?
about a
And I
redo.
picked them out, and nobody helped me with that. I didn't have no kids back
I
then.
had if I would have known I was going to become the sneakerhead that I became too, especially an original five. Oh God, that would have been just like part of the arc.
That was my gift.
But I
Give me
wore
a
it.
kiss because I deserve a kiss from that.
No, you deserve more than that. But
Yeah, no, I deserve more than that. Give me a kissy.
For the original, for 1990, from the 1990s. But no, but to say this is that we have evolved over time, and regardless of the fact that the gift may not, and I want to reiterate this, even though the gift might not land well, it is okay, because if you're in communication, the lines of communication are open, and you can see the levels of the appreciation factor being shared or attempted, and that can lead to that's why communication is so important. Like last year with the situation with the boots, that led to something. This year,
Before you used to be so upset.
yeah, before because it felt like I went out of my way.
Yeah.
I attempted to do it, and it used to be back and forth. It was like, no, I'm just gonna, and I'd be like, wait a minute, my thought, me going out there and figuring out, attempting to give you some of quality, but now as we fast forward to the present, and I want to stay on the present. When you fast forward to the present, for my wife to reach out to me, and then we were in communication with each other. And just as she said, it could have been one situation to where now, everything worked itself out that, not only was I ended up being blessed, but she got blessed as well too. And she saved some coin, which I love. So you have to be economical. You have to be wise with your resources. Don't sit there and just say, I got to spend this, because if you're just giving a gift, like when, God bless the dead, when Kobe Bryant was alive, he had to give his wife, almost a $5 million ring because he did something that he wasn't supposed to do. And he got caught in the cookie jar. Now, when you have to give gifts like that and you have to spend extravagantly just to prove something, that can be something else. But when you're in communication, when you're in concert with your partner, now you're starting to see that, wait a minute, okay, the lines of communication are open. I'd rather her get me something that she knows I'm going to utilize. My thing nowadays, and even with her, we get things that we know we're going to utilize, and we're going to decide it at the stages of life that we're in. It's not about just sitting there just to look at it. Now it's about really experiencing it, putting the clothes on, enjoying the wear, going out sometimes, taking advantage. We already have certain ideas that we're going to do when we do certain events and stuff like that, matchy stuff like that. But it's all good because now we're in communication. It's not just one-sided. It's not just something that's just being presented, but we're in communication about not only Christmas time, but then same thing when it comes to Mother's Day, a birthday, a Father's Day. We're in communication now, and now we've noticed, since we stay in the lines of communication,
yes.
now all of a sudden there's no drama.
Less arguments.
There's no drama.
And
if there's no drama, there's no argument. There's no argument. There's peace in the household. There's peace in the household. Everyone got what they needed, and it creates levity and peace, and it's beautiful.
And so let me just say this. So those who like to surprise their spouse, because we don't like to take the surprise. This is our agreement. Surprise. So our agreement is that we don't mind knowing what we're getting, right? That's the last four. That's the last four of the A's. We do not. That's Cheryl's and Greg's agreement. Right? We don't mind not knowing. Sometimes we'll have something on the side that's a surprise gift or whatever. That's like there's something there. So what I want to say is that The surprise gift can be something small, something big, like you've been seeing that she's been looking at it or he's been looking at something, and then you just get it and put it on the side. Maybe their favorite, yeah, like my husband loves mocha cakes, so I will surprise him sometime and give him a mocha cake or whatever. Something, you see how he just perked up like that? Because that makes it special because we thought of them. Just like I'm going to talk like some people that work with me, some of the coaches that work in here. Big shout out to them.
Did good. Our conversations worked well.
Yeah,
you did good.
And when you look at how or what it looks like, is that when someone knows you or hear you, that is what matters. What matters is that when someone hears you, do you hear them? Do you hear your spouse? Do you hear people around you? Do you hear the people that work with you? That's what matters. All right, I think we're done for today.
Yes. Any questions? We want to open it up to questions. Regardless if you're in a relationship
and let's
or
toast,
oh
let's
my goodness.
toast while you at it.
Single. Oh my goodness.
How?
I said regardless if you're betrothed or you're single.
Yeah.
We're opening it up to questions.
And we're gonna toast. Is this frozen?
No, it's not frozen. It's just you gotta shake it real hard.
Shake this real hard. We're gonna drink some coquito. Toast to the holidays. Oh,
okay. See, now I know I haven't been on Clubhouse for a while. I'm trying to bring Sharonda up.
Okay.
She has her hand raised.
Nothing popped up?
Yeah, it did. It was too slow.
Okay, so you put this right here, and then Sharonda, what is?
That's what I'm saying. I saw it pop up, and I thought.
There it is. Okay. Invite Sharonda to speak. There she is.
I don't have a question. I just want to say thank you. This has helped me so much because a lot of times I don't like the gifts, and I have not been so nice in my delivery.
Oh, Jesus.
I really appreciate this.
No, not you, Sharonda. No.
Yes, Coach Gregory.
No.
She said yes, Coach Gregory. Well, yeah, you know what? I'm going to get some of that.
That's that nutmeg. That nutmeg is good for the body.
But I need to push it down so I can come into class. So go ahead and talk to Sharonda.
So now, when you say that you may have not been as tactful, why do you feel that you wasn't as tactful?
I started off with, I don't like this. I didn't say I wasn't grateful. I was not thankful.
I don't like this.
And how do you think the person's reaction was? Or was this multiple people? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that when you start to really think about, especially as you get older, is that when you start to think about the other person, sometimes you have to think about the other person and think about, Jesus. I wish I can turn the camera to this.
That's too thick.
It is what it is. It's not the Puerto Rican. It is the guy the Trini. What do you mean? Finish talking. I haven't finished talking. We're having a dialogue. We're looking at you pouring this.
She's not. She can't see what I'm doing.
Oh, she wants to see. You want to see what she's doing?
She can't see. She's in the clubhouse.
Oh.
Just talk to Sharonda.
Oh, you want me to talk? She wanted to talk to Sharonda. So that's good, Sharonda. I would simply say that as you continue to evolve, you're going to be able to express yourself from a space where, the people will be very happy, regardless of how you receive the gift or not. But just like Coach Cheryl has just stated, y'all did a great job on the gift, and just wanted to thank y'all once again.
Sharonda, when you say that you learn, when you said you learn, how do you now going to respond to someone?
To definitely affirm them and to be grateful and appreciate them. And then, like you said, I love the idea of saying, hey, maybe we should try something else or a different color or a different something else. Give them a suggestion of how we can choose something differently.
Yeah, because this is when you look at how you can begin to move the needle. You move the needle by showing how and what it matters to you in regards to how that looks. And it's not about how. No, I'm not. I'm mixing it. It's too thick. When you look at how what it looks like, is that you can begin to see how you can talk in a way that's efficient, and that you're not going to it's not going to really land in a way that is hurtful. That's what needs to happen.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So I'm gonna fix this.
Yeah, I'm watching this concoction over here that's being created.
It's too thick. This is very thick. I don't know, something happened with it has to be watered down a little bit. But you can refill it if you wanted to. I'm just gonna move it. I'll put it back in the bottom. All right. You can toss it.
Okay. Any other questions? If there are no other questions, I think we can bring this to a close.
All right. We was gonna toast, but it's a little thick, so we gotta do some stuff to it, and make sure that we have to go keep it to round out the day. But I should have had that ready. All right. We'll say God bless you. Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah. We'll be on next time with you. Peace and blessings. Have a peaceful holiday.
Amen.
Peace and blessings.
And this room is closing in 3, 2, 1.